Hello, my name is Ruth Ayen, and in this video, I'll be sharing what I've learned about virtual assistant. I want to talk about what virtual assistant does, the quality needed to succeed as a virtual assistant in the role, and my strength, the area where I think I need to grow, and also the importance of having a growth mindset. So I'll discuss about pair coaching. I'll also discuss about perseverance. I'll discuss about the kind of virtual assistant I hope to become by the end of this program. So, before taking this course, I understand virtual assistant mainly as someone who works remotely and help another person with administrative tasks. However, I now understand that the role is much broader than that. So, a virtual assistant is a professional who provides support to a business owner, executive, entrepreneur, professionals, or team from maybe working remotely in a location. So, depending on the client need, the support may be administrative, technical, creative, or related to customer service. So, on a typical day, a virtual assistant may respond to email, schedule appointment, manage calendar, organize file, prepare document, conduct online research, then also enter data, then follow up on tasks, respond to customers, or manage social media page. So, for example, now a business owner may have several meetings, customer inquiries, email, administrative responsibility to handle. So, one person cannot do all those things alone because it will be very overwhelming. So, and you have less time to concentrate on the growth of the business. So, that's where virtual assistants come in. A virtual assistant help by taking responsibility for those somewhat tasks. So, make sure important activities are properly organized and completed. That is why it's believed that virtual assistant role is valuable. So, a good virtual assistant does not simply complete tasks. The person saves time, then reduce pressure, create order, improve productivity, and help the client focus on more important responsibility. So, from what I've learned during this course, three qualities stood out for me. Then that's organization, communication, and proactiveness. So, let me talk about organization. A virtual assistant may handle different messages, meetings, documents, deadlines, client requests at the same time. With proper organization, it's easy to forget an appointment. You can even miss a deadline or send the wrong information. So, for example, when arranging a meeting, an organized virtual assistant should check everyone available for that meeting. So, check everyone's availability, schedule the meeting, send invitation, you understand, attach the required document, and also send reminders for the meeting. So, the second quality is clearly communication. So since a virtual assistant may not be in the same location with everybody, so he must make sure that everybody understands the instruction, ask question when something is unclear, and provide regular updates. So good communication also involve honesty. Yes, it's involve honesty. Proactive virtual assistant pay attention, thinks ahead, identify possible problems before they become serious. So, so for example, now when a virtual assistant notice that a client has two meetings and those two meetings are at the same time, the virtual assistant should raise issue and suggest a solution. So that's what I think. So my personal strength, when I reflect on my own experience, I believe I have strengths that can help me succeed in virtual assistance. So my first strength is communication. I have worked in banking. I work in bank as a relationship manager. So I work in relationship management. I work in sales and customer service. So those three require communication with different customers, understand their need, explain product, service, resolve complaint, follow up on important requests. So I have also dealt with customers who were upset, impatient, confused. So this experience taught me to remain calm, to listen properly, and also communicate respectfully. And my second strength is organization. That's I pay attention to details. Yes, in banking, I handle customers' documents. Yes, report. Then also confidential information is trusted to me, compliance requirements and deadlines. A small mistake could delay a transaction or a serious problem. So I learned to review my work carefully, maintain accurate record. So my third strength is problem solving. So in my previous role, situation did not always go as planned. Sometimes customer had urgent complaints, system experience difficulty, and sometimes I learned to understand the problem. When I understand the problem, I will communicate it properly to the customer and I will follow up for practical solution. So although I already have useful experience, I recognize that there are areas where I need to grow. Yes, there are areas I need to grow. One area is becoming more confident with remote working. That's one area I must grow. And project management tools such as Trello, Asana, then Workspace, Microsoft, and Teams and all that. I understand that some of these tools I use for this program, and I will have to improve my knowledge on automation because automation help virtual assistant to complete tasks. You understand, and also scheduling of things, appointments, sending reminders, organizing email, and following up on routine activities. Another area I want to improve is managing several responsibility without spending too much time trying to make every details perfect. So I value quality, but I'm learning that good work must also be completed with required time. So to improve, I plan to practice regularly, complete practical exercise, watch tutorials, ask questions, and create small projects for myself. So to me, having a growth mindset means understanding that skills can be developed, learning, practice, feedback, and consistent effort. I may not know how to use every tool today, but that does not mean I cannot learn. So it simply means that I need more practice and experience. There may be times when I make mistake, I'll receive correction, or I might struggle with new platforms. Instead of seeing those moments as proof that I cannot succeed, I will see them as a learning process. Yes, I will plan to set small weekly goal, and then practice consistency, monitor my progress, and ask for help when necessary. Though. So I've also learned that peer coaching is valuable because can learn from other people's experience and perspective. Sometimes another person may notice a strength or a mistake that we cannot see by ourselves. So peer coaching can help us exchange idea, practice communication, receive feedback, and encourage one another. When giving feedback, I would try to be respectful, specific, and also helpful when receiving feedback, and I'll remain open-minded. And aside making remain open-minded, I will avoid treating every correction as a personal attack because the purpose of peer coaching is to the purpose of peer coaching is to improve growth. So as I look forward with this excitement to become a virtual assistant, it's an opportunity to use the skill that I already have, while the new digital and professional skill that I'm learning. So I'm looking forward to learning more about email, calendar management, customer support, research documentation, project management tools, and automation and professional client communication. So I understand that there might be challenges, yes. I may work with clients who have different personality expectations, communication system, or style and working method. So I may also need to learn tools within short period of time, and my plan is to remain teachable. My plan is to ask questions, write down instructions, and also, yes, manage my time properly, communicate whenever I need clarity. So by the end of the program, I hope to become a virtual assistant who is organized, who is dependable, proactive, confidential, solution oriented. I want to become the kind of virtual assistant that a professional can trust.